Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and assembled gentry, and welcome to Quest and Chaos. I'm your Dungeon Master, Tiana Wren Hansen, and my pronouns are she, her, fey, fair. Tonight we are continuing our adventure in Phandelver and Below, but first, some quick announcements. Phandelver and Below is sponsored by the Deck of Inspiration, which you can find at our store, where we also have brand new merch. I don't have one currently handy, and they're not looking at you, so no one can see it. Thank you. We have the hashtag blessed shirts and dice trays are currently available at shop.questingchaos.com. We are hashtag blessed, and you can join us in that state of bliss if you so desire. We have some inspiration cards that carried over from our patrons from the previous episode. The players have one, and I have two. Ooh. Because you guys were getting your butts kicked enough. I didn't need to add to the pile.
Thank you.
It's true.
You're welcome. Just as a quick refresher for anyone who is new to the channel, inspiration is basically staying the same as we make our way and settle in here at YouTube. Every $5 in Superchats counts for one inspiration coin, and one inspiration coin can be redeemed for a D6 added to a D20 roll, and two can be redeemed for one of these cards, which we did at the end of last session. They bought a card because they had some extras. And now, join us as we dive into Phandelver and Below. So, sorry everyone, the screen went black for a second. I apologize for that. Stay tuned, we're still here. So, previously on Phandelver and Below, led by Splat the Goblin, the party pushed toward a series of underground caverns that housed the goblins who had ambushed Gundren and his bodyguard. While the thicket at the front threatened to stop their adventures prematurely, they managed to best the dense foliage. Led by Nox's tracking knowledge and Splat's descriptions, they ventured their way into the goblins' barracks. Within, they found Sildar Hallwinter, Gundren's human bodyguard, being held captive by the goblins. Genji had some difficulty with the smell, which alerted the cave to the group. This led to a standoff, Emma threatening the goblins with magic, while Yimik, the goblin leader, held a knife to Sildar's throat. With Genji's charm spell and some excellent persuasion rolls, the party was able to defuse the situation enough to lull the goblins into complacency before wiping them out. The last remaining goblin surrendered and offered to take them to Clarg's treasure cave. The party followed this goblin and found Clarg the bugbear with two of his bodyguards and his pet mangy wolf. Emma was able to lure the wolf away with treats while the other fought Clarg's bodyguards. Keaton, driven by fear for Gundren, marched straight up to Clarg and demanded, "Where's the dwarf?" Clarg knocked him unconscious seconds later.
Stupid.
Little bit.
Stupid.
The fight was short-lived, with the rest of the party taking Clarg down. Now they find themselves among Clarg's treasure hall, with the undammed waterfall washing all the tracks away. Gundren is nowhere to be seen in this cave, and the one who knew where he might be lies dead on the floor. That is where we find ourselves right now. And as we jump into this, I am going to do some quick inspiration because we've had some things come in. Thank you very much to our wonderful viewers.
Ooh. Thank you.
First up, the Apollyon for the DM. The poor goblins need some help. I'm not going to argue with that assessment. Duke Fleeg, $10 for the players.
Thank you, Grace.
Almost got your face there.
Sorry, I looked straight into the light and then it was like, oh.
That's dangerous.
Don't go into the light.
I do try to make eye contact before I throw. And a new name to the channel, Kurt Crow. $10 to the players. I apologize if I mispronounced your last name.
Captain Kirk. That is a new
Kurt
nickname.
with a T.
Oh, Kurt.
Kurt.
Like the child from Sound of Music.
Yes.
Exactly, actually. Well
God bless Kurt.
So, the dust is settling, so to speak. So let me reset the scene. I believe that Genji was just coming back from sketching the goblins in the waterfall room.
And I sent a healing word in the form of a tiny little watercolor drawing that entered your wound and brought Keaton back to life.
Yay! No, we did do a little level up, right? Level up?
Yes.
Level up. Or are you doing a thing for that?
There's a thing.
Oh, sorry. So I'm only at 1 hit point right now then.
No, I gave you, I believe, 8.
I am at 8. Thank you guys. Woohoo!
All right, so you are in this cave now. Now that you're not fighting, you're able to get a better look at it. There are boxes and crates and barrels all over the place. Like this place, it's a fairly large room, but it feels pretty cramped. There's a large throne that Clark's body is bleeding out in front of. And next to it are all of the barrels and the crates, and some of them have a marking of a blue shield with a yellow symbol on it.
Is there anything shiny in the room? Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Feel free to have a look around. Give me an investigation check if you would.
Let's investigate with not that roll. Oh, geez. That would be a 7, because there's some minuses in my world.
Oh no. Oh no.
So I'm just like a ramshackle stumbling around, throwing things around. We'll see what I see.
Okay. What is everyone else doing?
I'm gonna investigate some corpses.
All right, go for it.
I am still sitting / kneeling next to Keaton and just like making sure he's okay. Trying to keep him down.
I got a 15.
All right. You're shaking the entire table.
Sorry.
I like that.
There isn't much that are actually on the corpses. Clark has some silver in a belt pouch, but it's like 5 silver, which I mean, feel free to do with as you wish. But the general corpses don't have a whole lot going on besides like weapons and armor. Y'all have as good or better.
Since everyone else has moved into the room, seeing that Nox is taking good care of Keaton, I look back and make sure the goblins haven't left.
No, they're still there, but now they've clocked the fact that you're there because you moved, and they're just the one that surrendered to you guys back in the other cave just like makes eye contact and then just very calmly sits down and urges the other 2 to sit down as well. And they're just sitting there, hands folded on their knees, looking remarkably like small children, just waiting.
Looking down at them, I just point my paintbrush, and I don't say anything, but I just. And I put the paintbrush back in my eyes and then back, and there's a dot in my forehead now.
Like you can't hear them make the little whimper noises, but the wide eyes are definitely like, yes, no, we hear you, it's good.
Point to the dot in my forehead. And look back at them, and then at least like do like a 3/4 turn to make sure everything's in eye view.
Do you wipe off the paint spot, or was that intentional?
Look back at them, and then back.
Deal. All right. So Keaton, you are brought back up in a significant amount of pain, and as you're like reorienting, Clark's dead.
Keaton's gonna see that and get up very annoyed.
Please stay seated.
Who did that? Who?
It really doesn't matter.
That was our one chance to find
I
him.
understand, but you were out and gone.
He's gonna reach into his pouch, pull out some tea leaves, and just put them in his mouth and kind of crunch on these dry. It's a very annoying sound, especially for you.
I don't have to hear it.
I see.
If it's described and I
like
don't
a
have to
crunchy,
hear it, it's fine.
but he's just like sitting in his feels for the moment. But he's very annoyed.
You're gonna stay there? Now I'll stand up, and I would like to investigate the crates.
Okay. Getting a closer look at the crates, especially with the light of the lantern, you don't need to make an investigation check on that. It is the symbol of a yellow lion head in the center of this blue shield.
Okay. Does that sound familiar to me at all?
Roll me a history check.
14.
Okay. Thinking back, you remember that there is an organization that has come into Phandalin that has taken up residence and is known as the Lion Shield Coster. So it is fairly safe to assume that these are supplies and provisions that were destined for the Lion Shield.
And it's a yellow lion, you said?
Yes.
And you said something about a blue... So it's a yellow lion on a blue shield?
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, that is the device that is imprinted on it. And as go ahead and make me a general investigation check, if you would. General investigation. I'm not getting out of your head. It's a cozy spot.
Okay. Investigation is terrible. 7.
So between you and between Emma throwing everything around and kind of like getting things in your way, but between the two of you, you do like move enough of the crates and boxes to be like, ooh, there's something back here.
Open it.
What it is
That is a very smart question. It's a chest, a treasure chest about yay big.
Is it locked?
It is not.
I'm behind you now, just poking you. Open it. Open. Do it. Get it.
All right. And I open it.
All right. Inside, there's a lot of copper coins in here, and not an insignificant number of silver pieces. And sitting on top are 2 glass vials. You with your extensive medical training, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. These are potions of healing.
Ooh.
And sitting next to it is a little jade statuette of a frog with tiny golden orbs for eyes.
Oh, the froggy. It will go so perfectly in my collection of animals.
You can have an entire menagerie by the time you retire this character.
Nox, you better grab those potions because I'm gonna roll in some coin.
In total, I'll just tell you now so you can do accounting later. Dear Watsy, I have some comments about this section.
427.5 copper.
Oh no, it's worse than that. 1,700 copper pieces.
But that's enough for a halfling to roll in.
And 150 silver pieces.
I'm just trying to think.
Is there anything to indicate who this belongs to?
There does not appear to be any, like, it's not in pouches or anything with like a maker's mark on it. It looks like this was, from what you're seeing around here, and there's a mishmash of supplies and everything else, you can make a reasonable assumption that this was taken from the bodies of people who met a sad end down at that intersection with the Tribor Trail, and everything then just got kind of dumped into the treasure chest. It could belong to some survivors. It's really hard to tell.
Okay.
Nearly impossible.
Okay, I'm gonna shut the lid. Oh, sorry. And
Wait, I'm in here.
all right, you grab the other side. And we're gonna try to lift
It
this.
literally lifts off like this far off the ground. I'm like, meh. I'm like, it's all the way up here on my chin.
Do I think I could reasonably lift this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I'll lift it by myself.
Yeah.
And I'll bring it into the main area, and I will open it up again, grab one of those healing potions, and shove it at Keaton.
So, with your permission, I rolled stealth and wanted to sneak away to go threaten some goblins, if that's okay with you.
What did you roll?
So I rolled a 15 plus 3, which is 18 plus 6, because I wanted to use... Thank you, Kurt.
Is that what you were consulting with?
No. I was, because I think I'm overly not squishy, but we'll talk about that at the break. If that's okay. Because I just thought that's something
I love that.
Oh yeah, no,
that's what he
totally
do. Okay, that's okay.
Putting bits for.
Sorry. Whoops.
Sneaky bits!
And now that was a very cute comedic moment of... It's like, oh,
Okay,
I'm just like turning.
yeah.
not there.
Keaton's
Okay.
not gonna wait. I wanted to stealth away and then try and get some information out of the.
Mr. Keaton, I don't know if you should be
Thanks.
standing up, because I am right by the goblin.
Oh, are you? I thought you. I thought you kicked out.
He's so there's like an in between
Perception's
area.
out. Okay, well that's fine. We'll ignore poor little Genji. We'll just ignore and go straight to the goblins.
Like their eyes are getting wider as Zeds are getting closer, and you see an immediate flaw to this plan. They're right next to the waterfall. It's very loud in here.
Flaw of what plan?
Of wanting to interrogate them, it's very loud.
Oh, I
in
can't
here.
hear. They can't hear me, so I'm yelling, "Where's the dwarf?"
And they can't hear you, and,
Love it.
and
That's
you,
great. So now it's
can't
just
hear any of what they're saying, and it's
getting
just like,
bright red.
And I'm guessing we wouldn't be hearing any of this because that waterfall too.
nope. And Genji, you watch this whole like pantomime going on.
Okay, rolling my eyes and wasting an amazing stealth throw. I'll just grab the two nearest goblins and, if possible, drag them back into the main room.
They're not resisting you, so
Okay.
you're able to pull them in pretty easily.
Yep, and then I'll look back and just kind of motion for the one that let us in here,
They follow,
Splat, to come.
they follow you.
Okay, I'll just throw them in the middle.
Mr. Watashi, why are you standing up?
We need to find out.
Can you please just drink this?
We'll grab it without even asking any more info and chug it down.
It's 2d4 plus 2 healing.
Oh,
It is a regular healing potion.
2d4 plus 4? No.
2d4 plus 2.
2, 5, 7.
7.
Yay!
You're practically at full now. You're at full, aren't you?
What am I at? Am I 16?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that
you're
what
supposed to
it
be
is?
16.
Thank you. I
Yeah,
don't.
go ahead.
That's what we were
Go
discussing.
ahead.
We don't know what's going on over here. I don't know
see.
what's happening. Because I had 52 hit points for some reason.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
My goodness.
That'd be nice.
You are the least
Level 1 to level
squishy
2. That's what happens.
You just added 5 on the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I see.
I don't know what that was. Okay. 8, 16.
16.
Thank you.
We're
I'm so glad
getting
you're here,
closer.
Grant. I know. I'm so glad you're here.
As much as I would love us to have more HP.
Man.
Man, it's hard.
Figured it out. Love it.
All right.
Sorry.
Light claps are fine. It's the big claps that are awful.
Yeah, grr. Where's the dwarf?
I told you, Mr.
Hold on.
I don't know. He probably knew.
Who did you see who murdered
I
your
was
leader?
over
It was
there,
me.
man.
Was it you?
Yes.
Why would you do that when the only way that we need to find Gundren is now a carcass on the ground?
Why would you approach it that way when you're the only one leading the
Be
group?
quieter, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Say that again.
Then why would you be the only one approaching that thing, knowing what it can do, when you're the only one who can lead this group?
Gundren has information. He is a friend, and we need to find where he is.
And guess what? We can't find him if the one person with the brain of this group can't find him either.
Because
You think we-
I'm
were
looking
dead.
to. Yeah.
You think we made a stupid mistake? Well, guess what? Attitude reflects leadership. And you do not run towards those things like that. Anyone should know that just by looking at it. It doesn't. Anyone can be a sword or shield. But they are useless when the head is gone. We cannot lose our heads, especially yours.
Keaton slowly is reaching his hand down towards his sword.
Okay.
The sheath of his sword as this conversation is continuing.
Do I see that?
Make a perception check. Are you making any attempt to be stealthy about
Nope.
this? Okay.
It is a direct.
Then,
I'm over this.
What is the? What do you get?
8.
The DC's real low. He's not being subtle. You see that.
Cool. Great. I'm just gonna set a hand on Keaton's shoulder.
I understand where you're coming from, boy. But if you speak to me like that again in mixed company, we'll be having a different conversation. And I'll sheath the sword and look back to Nox.
He has a point. I'm just saying, I'd really like it if you weren't dead.
Fine.
I'm saying I understand. But if we make any more mistakes, we're gonna lose your friend. We might lose one of us too. We've already made enough mistakes.
We've already lost my friend.
That might not be true.
Just Splat.
No, Splat.
Oh.
Splat's gone at
Splat's
this point.
both.
Splat's still out in the bushes. No, this is the one that you threatened back in the other
Which
room.
one?
The one that survived the massacre in the barracks.
Okay.
Mick, did you have something to say?
I don't know where they are exactly, but I do know that there was a lot of conversation about needing to keep him alive to give to someone.
The spider?
Yeah. So, maybe he's still alive? I mean, he'd be here if he wasn't important.
Where is the spider?
I really don't know, I'm sorry.
Any other place that y'all would go? Y'all would stay?
I mean, it's just a name. I don't know where it is, but
Yes. So, as you know, I have been taking a record of all of our adventures for the epic that I will be writing later. And I wrote down Spider to King Grohl to Clark to, what's your name?
Plint.
Plint, thank you, Plint. And apparently King Grohl is in Cragmaw Castle.
That's it. That's the name. I don't know where it is, but that's the name that I've been hearing.
So if these are Cragmaw Caverns, Cragmaw Castle should be somewhere here.
I don't think it's close, or at least not within like a half hour. But because I'd know about it if it was that close.
So it's like they're in the marketplace on the streets, and the castle is the castle, and they don't have access to the castle because they are from the streets.
I don't understand any of that.
They're not important enough to
Got
know
it.
where it is.
I was thinking street vendors. I was like, is there fried chicken involved in here?
Close. There were a lot of street vendors on the streets that I grew up.
The mean streets of, yeah.
Okay, so we have a name. I know that's not a lot, but it's more than we had before, so thank you.
And what about that guy? What does he know? And I'm pointing to, not Sylvester. What is his name? It starts with an S. Sildar. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Sildar.
Yeah.
Human buddy.
Human budding. Well, I mean, I think I know even less than these folks do. Gundren and I were traveling up to Phandalin. We were ambushed, and when I woke up, I didn't know where Gundren was. So Cragmaw Castle is a step further than I know about. I don't know, maybe someone in Phandalin knows where it is.
It seems like our next step.
Phandalin.
Well, I think we should if we can, take these crates back into Phandalin.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of folks will probably be needing the supplies.
I think we all need a rest right now anyway.
Okay.
How many hours till Phandalin were we about?
It's still a couple hours out, but you should have enough time, especially the goblins offer to help, because they know which way the wind is blowing at this point. But you should be able to get everything, especially everything with the blue shield on it, loaded onto your wagon, and get to Phandalin by about dark.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and load up the wagon and head on out.
Son of a biscuit. 8. Did I put the frog in my pocket?
I love that.
I'd like everyone to roll me perception, please.
Yeah.
I'm too steaming.
23.
Damn it.
20.
4.
That makes sense. You two,
Yeah,
you two
yeah,
are way
yeah,
too
yeah.
distracted.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at these two.
Yeah, no, these two absolutely see you do that.
Sees you do that and sees if I can make a quick sketch of the frog before it goes away.
Sketch this face.
I'm I'm not saying anything.
That's one of those take a picture, it'll last longer bombs.
Oh.
Oh no! I'm sorry.
Who's driving?
You say who's driving or who's grabbing?
Who's driving?
Yeah, because you are able to get everything loaded up. It takes a while because you have to go back and forth, up and down this hill. Sildar does help as well as much as he can. I mean, he's still wounded, but you know, he can at least hoist some sacks up onto his shoulders. He's very pleased to find his sword and shield stuffed in with the rest of the plunder.
Awesome.
Who's proficient with driving vehicles?
No.
Actually, I am.
Oh, really?
Are you?
Oh,
This is amazing.
I am as well, actually.
oh.
With her particular domain, that is correct.
That's what I do. Travel around.
Depending on if Emma is going to grab, if you ask who's driving, Keaton is just going to walk straight up into this driver's seat and just kind of grab the reins and then wait.
Oh yeah, where's
Unless you
Tonks?
Well, I don't. That's a good question. I don't.
Are we outside yet?
Yes, you are outside.
Okay, so I take out of my pouch a little squirrel foot, and I'm like, Chunks!
Do you like whirl around your head like you're calling a hawk?
Chunks!
And all of you hear the glump, glump, glump with some breaking trees, and then the red dragon.
Okay.
Wormlane appears and is in front of you, and then looks very suspiciously at this wolf that's
Oh yeah.
hiding
So
under the
has
cart.
the wolf just followed me now at this point? Because
You have food.
I know, I can't help it. So Chunks gets one, and I'm like, you're such a good Chunks, you're my favorite. I still love you the best. You're the best baby ever. I love you.
Chunks, much like a cat who has been disdained, pretends to be upset for a few moments before like shoving his head against yours.
Okay, and we do the scritches. And then I scratch my puppy, and then we do scritches, and then everybody gets treats.
Now the two of them are sniffing at each other, like very suspicious, very wary. But the person that they're both, one trusts you implicitly, and the other one is getting there. They're like, fine, call it a truce for now.
Okay, so I get on Chunks, and I'm like, we're ready, Mr. Keaton.
Are the horses still there?
Yes.
Okay. So Sildar obviously has a horse. Does anybody have a preference for walking horse, shotgun wagon?
I could take a horse.
Honestly, if it's all the same to everyone, I would prefer to be in the wagon. I'm not sure I'm strong enough to stay horsed if someone wants to use mine.
Sure, I can take a horse.
Jonathan, can you?
Do you know how to ride a horse?
On the mean streets.
Sildar's picked up a little bit of what's going on and is like giving you not a mean side eye, but like kind of a smirk side eye.
Now, I don't know if you know this because you're new to this group, and this group and I have been traveling for a week now.
Here we go.
My name's Daryl, and I come from the streets. And on the streets, we didn't ride horses. We rode giant rats. Yeah, and they were quite large. And so, seeing a horse, not that much different.
What city grew up on the streets of?
Oh, Doju. I don't know if you've been to Kazukura before.
I have not. That is some distance. You're a long way from home.
Yes, 'cause adventure, am I right? Party?
Boy, just no one is amused.
Yeah. And cricket.
Like, chirp, chirp.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like that gets a little less believable every time.
Every
I'm
single
hungry.
time.
At least he didn't stumble over his name this time.
Yeah, it
I'm
wasn't
gonna hop on the
Daryl.
cart next to Keaton. Are we ready to go?
Let's go.
I will attempt to ride a horse.
I'll try to ride the other one.
I mean, they're very well trained horses, so the DC is low, but go ahead and give me an animal handling check.
Yes. Okay.
8.
Okay.
11.
Okay. You it's a little rougher for you, Jonathan.
I don't think he likes me.
But you know what? There is no biting. There's no bucking. You just have a very uncomfortable seat, and the horse lets you know that it is not pleased whether you have such an uncomfortable seat. How am I gonna sit next to you for this long?
Yep.
Uh-huh. It's a little bit better for you than it is for Jonathan, but it's definitely a race to the bottom. And I mean, it's about an hour yet to Phandalin. So by the time you get there, you two are aching.
I'm gonna look down actually to Master Chonks, and I will speak in Draconic.
Ooh.
To Master Chonks. How are you handling this right now?
He looks up, he's shocked. And he just kind of does that chirping sound before being like, good, it's fine. Sorry, that was probably too pitched.
No, you're fine. And remember, we have a thing.
Yes.
I'll let you know.
I'm just like, what is happening here?
Do you not speak Draconic?
No.
I love that.
And then Chonks looks back over his shoulder and then thinks at you. Mom, did you hear that?
I heard some weird, so I think back to him. I heard some weird chirping. What is that all about?
He speaks language.
Oh, funsies. Can you find out what streets he's from?
Mom says, what streets?
Okay, so I gotta tell you, Master Chonks, as a venerable dragon, I know I cannot lie to you, and you will see through all my lies. So I really need to let you know that my name is not Daryl, it's Genji Nakano, and it is really nice to finally say my own name, but it's so cool that we can talk right now.
Name Genji Nakano. He's nice.
Okay.
Kind of dumb. Nice.
During this conversation, I do speak Draconic. So you'll see.
Oh my god.
I do. So you'll just see Keaton will actually.
My favorite moment.
Yeah. We'll actually break a smile, like just a smirky smile, and then just kind of look over to Nox, and then like. Not wink per se, but just be like, inside, oh girl, I gotta tell you about this guy. Like, this is all we gonna talk about here. But yeah, but we'll still nothing. Yeah, we're gonna spill some tea. Yeah. But yeah, again, we've known each other, so.
You've known each other for some time, so you're able to communicate with them.
Oh, I love
like
that. That's so funny.
Glance and a grin and a wink.
Yeah.
So I ask Chunks, so ask him if I'm supposed to call him Daryl or Genji now.
You want Daryl or Genji for Mom? You should just tell them.
I will look towards Emma and speak in Halfling.
Oh my god!
For the love of
Oh, the languages.
I love
Well,
that.
you learned it, noble boy.
Yeah. You learned it, noble boy.
Speaking in Halfling, do you also speak the language of Master Chonks?
So back to him. I'm like, no, Chunks and I talk because he's my child. He's my baby. He is my soulmate. I love him the most. I would sacrifice my life for him. And also we can talk through each other's telepathy.
Still in Halfling. You can talk in people's heads?
Yeah.
Do it.
I can't talk in your head. There's nothing in there, friend.
Oh,
Well,
someone
actually-
clip that, I'm begging you.
Actually, I don't think I can talk in his. Wait, is he in? I forgot my skill. What's my skill here? What is my skill?
Hang on, let me.
Is it animals or is it
I think you're able to talk to people, but I need to look.
the? Is it my action? I don't know what in the love of
It'll
God
be
I
your
can do.
racial traits, I believe.
Ah, there we go. Features and traits. It's a feature.
Yeah.
It's not a bug.
Sure
it's a
is.
feature.
Silent speech, you can speak telepathically to any one creature you share a language
Ah.
with within 30 feet.
So
It's
technically, he's a creature. A creature.
This creature.
Sure.
Both.
Sure,
Yeah.
we'll go with that.
So I give it a try. I'm like,
Oh, that's fun.
apparently yes. And I say that telepathically.
Whoa. Okay.
Get out of my head now.
Oh, okay. Trying to like, with this new revelation, trying to like not think.
Oh, but wait, Daryl?
Okay.
And then I wink at him.
If you are the mother of Venerable Master Chonks, you need to know that my name is actually not Daryl. It is Genji Nakano, and I am here for adventure still, but I'm not from the streets, and the streets honestly might be a little bit nicer because we just like killed a lot of things, and I'm still wrestling with that fact, and we did not burn the bodies, which means that their spirits are still trapped here on this plane, so that makes me a little icky on the inside, but I just need you to know that, and
Wow, I'm gonna turn that off. It's a lot happening.
all these thoughts are coming at you, and I'm like,
I just keep going like this, backfiring. And I'm like, Jiminy Christmas, what's happening here?
Chunks' tail comes up behind you to help balance you and keep you from falling off of his very round back.
Okay, Daryl. It's gonna be fine. The cave's gonna be haunted. We're on an adventure. Who knows where we'll be next? We're going to Phandalin. Let's go.
okay.
Don't puke.
Don't puke.
That looks a little green, and then looks at these two at the front of the cart, being like,
Are you good, Daryl?
yeah, no. Apparently, Emma speaks the language of the streets, so.
The streets. The streets. The streets.
Are you doing
on
that?
Fire. Yes,
Oh
I
my
am.
God.
I'm just starting to sing a song to myself now. I'm on the streets.
Ruby.
We still had the owl and bear, or a bug and a bear
Yeah.
song stuck in our heads for days afterwards. I just need you to know that.
Unfortunately, I did too. Yeah, so now my streets are on fire, and it's a little like West
Streets are
Side
on
Story
fire.
sort of.
All right. Well,
And I'm just bouncing along on chunks.
Toddling along.
Adventure.
When you guys are
Fire.
hers, is Chonks the jet or the shark?
He might be the shark.
I just imagine you singing Maria, like Lem Chonk's face.
Like, right in
I
his
just
face.
met a girl named Maria. 6 seconds. Exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
Is there anything else you all would like to discuss as you make your painful way to Phandalin?
Another hour of silence,
Yeah.
or what a journey of silence.
Yeah, I
for the
just
day.
keep my distance from the group, just feeling a little awkward after my,
Your outburst?
yes.
Love it.
And Jonathan is fully aware of it. Like, you can tell he's just a little bit shaky, a little just kind of not entirely proud of himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the 6 of you, including Sildar, make your way toward Phandalin, and it is like the sun is slipping away rather rapidly behind the mountains as you are approaching Phandalin. The rutted track emerges from a wooded hillside, and you catch your first glimpse of Phandalin. The town consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings, some built on old fieldstone foundations. More old ruins, crumbling stone walls covered in ivy and briars surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Most of the newer buildings are set on the sides of the cart track, which widens into a muddy main street as it climbs toward a ruined manor house on a hillside on the east side of town. As you approach, you see children playing on the town green and townsfolk tending to chores or running errands at the shops in town. Many people look up and smile as you approach, but all return to their business as you go by.
Do they really? Yes. With a wolf and a dragon?
Yep. Look, it's the frontier. There's weird shit out here. You do get a couple of like double takes.
Okay.
But like clearly this is not a rampaging dragon, so they're just like, all right. Yeah.
Especially if you come and go.
I know, as I'm like, my little feet are like.
Exactly.
God.
Keaton, you were provided with a map.
Oh, was I? By.
For you.
Is this? Can people see it?
We're actually going to go ahead and cut to an image on the stream
Oh, I
so
love
that people
that.
see it directly if we could do that.
Very cool. Very cool.
If not, that's fine.
If not,
I will
it's fine.
describe it for our viewers. It is a map
Thanks.
with buildings
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
Phandalin.
of Phandalin. There are 3 buildings circled, and I'm assuming I have no idea what they are.
You do actually.
Oh, okay.
So you are coming in from the north.
Do we? We don't have an over today.
No.
Okay, that's cool.
You're coming in from the north. So the first building that is circled as you approach, you know, is Barthen's Provisions. which is we have it on the
Oh,
on the
wonderful!
screen now.
What a beautiful map.
So the brown building at the top of the map to the north is Barthen's Provisions. Which you know is where you are supposed to deliver the supplies from Gundren. The next one that is circled is a gray building that is at the intersection of two smaller streets. That is Stonehill Inn. That was the one that Gundren recommended you stay at. There is another inn that is
dicey.
Sketch.
Okay.
Sketch at best. And then further down, the last circled building is the Town Master's Hall. That is where a great deal of business takes place within the town.
Okay.
So those are the three places that were indicated to you. It is not a very large community, so you can find your way around pretty easily, but you do come to Barthen's Provisions almost immediately upon coming into town.
Is it still open, or is it closing for the day?
It looks like it's closing, but it's not closed yet. Like, there's still a light on within, but you can see movement inside.
Nox, what do you say we try and get the shipment as quickly as possible?
I'll hop off the wagon as it's moving and head into Barthen's.
As I am parking. Yeah.
Okay. So standing behind the counter is a young human man who looks up as you come in. Hello, I'm terribly sorry. We are about to close.
We have a delivery.
Oh, a delivery from whom?
A Gundren Rock Seeker.
Oh, Elmina, you're gonna want this. And after a couple of moments, a young human woman comes out. She has a cloth toss over her shoulder. She looks like she was doing some last-minute cleaning before closing up for the night. And she looks at you and she's like, I'm sorry, yes, how can I help you?
We have a delivery from Gundren Rock Seeker.
Oh my goodness, you made it. Thank goodness. I was beginning to worry, especially I haven't seen him, so I'm a little bit, Oh, your face says you know something of that. All right.
We haven't seen him either, and let's just say we're working on it. But we're here to deliver the supplies for now.
All right. Andrew, Thistle, where are you, boy? And the three of them come out and say, right, we can get these unloaded. You have more crates and barrels than I expected.
Yes. Could you perhaps direct us to the Lion Shield Coster? We picked up some of their supplies from a Goblin raid.
Well, that's quite interesting. Oh, okay, I know what shipment that's from. All right, yes. And she'll kind of lean and point at a gray building that is across the town green from where you are. It's kind of kitty corner to the Town Master Hall. If you see the blue shield with the golden lion on it, that's it there. Right. Okay. We'll get ours off of here, and I believe I owe you money.
That will go to Mr. Watashi, who will check in with you shortly.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thistle, Ander, get started, and the young men start hauling off all of the crates and boxes and barrels that have their marking on it. The provisions that they knew were coming. What is that face?
You just see Genji upside down, stuck in the stirrup.
God. Beautiful. Make me a dexterity saving throw then.
Nat 20 on that.
So, like,
Very nice.
Your foot gets caught in the stirrup, but you're able to like your hip locks up in just the right way from sitting on a horse for an hour, and you're able to like roll down and make it look like you meant to do that. Very much like a cat.
Come on, street rat.
Thank you. It's what we learn when riding rats on the street, because we're street rats, because we used to race them in the streets.
Yes.
Soon that will not be charming. Soon we will have words.
Soon as before. Soon as prior.
Well,
Yeah.
Almina is awaiting you.
Head in and...
Oh yes, hello. You are. They said Mr. Watashi.
That would be me, Keaton Watashi. Yes.
Pleasure to meet you. And you're Gundren's friend.
I am.
What happened?
We
He was supposed to
don't-
be here
yes.
a couple days ago.
We don't know. Has not Silas? Oh my gosh. Has
Sildar.
come in as well, or is
No,
still in the
Sildar's
cart?
still sitting in the
Okay.
cart. He looks done.
Just kind of motion back. It's like, yes, there was a goblin interception, and my friend is missing. If you do see him or hear from him, please try and reach out or let us know.
Oh, of
if
course,
you hear any-
absolutely. He's a dear friend of mine as well, and I'm worried about him.
Yes, would you have heard of a castle nearby? I'm so sorry, guys.
Cragmaw.
Cragmaw Castle. I love that. Nox is going to be the. Too much tea, you see.
Of course, you drown all the information.
Yes.
No, I can't say that I'm familiar with that, but I'm still relatively new to the area. I'm just like settling in to an extent. No, the only place that I know about is what Gundren's been working on is a lost mine, apparently.
A lost mine.
Something that he's been very excited about.
What else has he been mentioning as he's come through with his travels to you?
Oh, did he not tell you?
No, I was just told to bring this here for him, and I was assuming that he would let me know himself, but...
Well, come in. They'll finish the unloading.
Oh, I'll go outside like the doorway and motion to everybody. Come in if it's all right.
Oh yes, of course. Please
travel
make yourselves at home. Do you want tea or anything? I have a kettle on.
Yes, please.
Yes.
And snacks. And cookies.
I don't know if we have cookies.
And bread.
You want the inn for more food-like items. I was wrapping it for the evening. I'm sorry. But you know what? I will buy you dinner there for bringing me news.
Oh, that's very kind.
Oh no, of course.
Almina, do you have someone to spare to run down to the Lion Shield and let them know we're gonna bring down supplies this evening?
Absolutely. Thistle, go tell them that we have their missing supplies, please. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
And I mean, there's no running because it's like you can see it, so he doesn't feel the need to run, but he does head down that direction to pass the word along. Well, right. I'm terribly sorry. I thought Gundren would have told you about all of this.
No, I hadn't seen him for quite some time before he came to call. So.
That's very fair. So, there was a thing that was known as the Phandelver Pact about 500 years ago. Ancient history, back when Phandalin was an actual like city. I mean, you can see the ruins of what used to be here. We've been building it up over the last 5 to 6 years. Oh gosh, it has been that long. Anyway, but yes, it was known as the Phandelver Pact. So there's this cave, this cavern that was known as Wave Echo Cave, and there were dwarves and gnomes that made an agreement together to share the fantastical wealth that was coming out of there. And apparently, stories, 500 years, I only know one person who was around back then, and he would have been just born. So, but they say that the cave also contained tremendous magical energy, and something about the way the cavern was formed was able to channel and bind that energy when they were working with human spellcasters to make something called a Forge of Spells.
Would I have heard of such a thing before?
So, I'm gonna need you to roll me history, because it was 500 years ago in a place that you're not super familiar with.
Can't.
You go ahead and roll history as well if you would like.
Because I'm familiar.
You can roll at advantage, because your family stories may have passed down, or not.
No.
I know. Me too.
You
me too.
rolled
Oh, yeah,
first.
okay.
You rolled first.
21.
And I rolled a natural 20.
Lovely.
I'll say with disadvantage 11.
Okay. And if either of you have a reason that you would like to roll.
Oh my God, Emma, yes.
I'm just trying to get the bad rolls out of the way.
What am I rolling again?
Oh, I'm sorry.
okay,
Natural
okay,
20
okay,
minus
20.
1. I have minus 1 to history.
That's fine. It's still not 20.
That'd be an 8.
I mean, you can't, you cannot critically succeed skill checks. However, 20s deserve things.
Yeah, I just rolled a 7.
Beautiful. You've heard these. You have each heard you two have heard these stories, Nox and Keaton. Keaton, for you, it was it's legends of the land in the West, where it's like this tremendous source of magical power that was channeled and used by this, frankly, amazing coalition between gnomes, dwarves, and humans. But you also know that it hasn't been heard from in a very long, like you thought it was a legend. Maybe you still think it's a legend, but you have heard the story of it.
Okay.
Nox, your family has talked about this. It is noted in the book. It is actually a place that one of your ancestors did a little bit of work with. One of your ancestors, Nox was involved in helping channel to help bring in more of the druidic magic.
And just for my notes, what was that energy when it's combined? You said it was called something?
It was brought into a great forge called the Forge of Souls.
Okay.
Souls. Oh, that's a big difference.
Oh, excuse me, Forge of Spells. I cannot read quickly when it's small and off to my side.
Like souls.
Oh, that's a lot.
Oh no, everyone. Oh no.
The Forge of
That
Spells.
sounds scary.
And you also know that magic items were forged there. Like a booming trade of magic items.
I want to re-roll that. I want to know that.
And Alina does verify that with the story that she tells, where it's, Phandalin was built up partially because of the tremendous trade of being able to craft these amazing magical items, but apparently a powerful bandit force took it over 500-ish years ago. It was a bandit force with mercenary wizards, and they weren't prepared. They were crafters. They were not necessarily, defense or offensive casters themselves. So that was when Phandalin was destroyed and basically abandoned, except for, a few settlers here and there, a few homesteads. But by and large, this area has been abandoned ever since. But apparently, Gundren and his brothers think they found it.
That's big news.
It's huge news. It's why it's not being spread about, but Gundren clearly trusts you, so...
Yet he didn't trust me with the information. It's just interesting that he would...
Well, you did say there had been some time since you'd seen him.
That's true.
Maybe he
But
wanted to make sure that you would do it for its own sake and not...
He did, yeah. He did mention that he may explain when we arrived as well.
Well, I don't know, maybe we can find somebody else who knows something about Cragmaw Castle. I think
I feel like
our
there has to be
priority is
connection.
Gundren.
Do you know of anyone who might actually have an idea what of Cragmaw Castle might be?
I am not entirely sure, I'm sorry. There also are just not that many people here, and if you're going down to Stonehill Inn, you'll see almost everyone in town come through for dinner. It is about that time. But I mean, his brothers have been out for a 10-day working on things. They should be back any day now. I haven't seen them in a while.
Would I have known them from before?
You would have met them.
Okay.
It's up to you how close you were to them.
Sure.
But you know that their names are Tharden and Nendro.
Any folks who tend to work out in the area aside from the rock seekers, or
out in that area itself, I mean, so Halia might actually know a little bit more about that. I was waiting for that reaction, to be honest. Halia might know a little bit more about that. She runs I always forget the name of the damn thing. Phandalin Miners Exchange. And there's a lot of people around here who are prospectors. There's not like a gold rush or anything like that, but there are people who outwork in the various streams with their claims, and they register them with Halia because, going in that with nuggets of gold and silver, and even I hear some cold steel, may be a little bit more on the dangerous side. So there isn't exactly a police force here. I think the closest to like any town leadership is Haben, good old Haben, and Halia. He and Halia kind of forces back and forth. He leads the people, she leads the industry, such as it is.
Well, thank you so much for the information.
Of course, absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry, one last question. Is
No,
there
please,
is there a house of healing in town? Is there someone?
Ooh, not so much a house of healing per se. What do you need?
We have Sildar, Mr. Hallwinter, with us, and he's a little worse for wear and beyond what I currently have in my possession. So if there's anyone who could assist with that, perhaps someone of the cloth.
There's a cleric here. Let me look up her name because I've forgotten it. Sister Gariel. She's a very new cleric and very eager. Yes, she's she's an elf and she's only, I think she said she was about 90. So.
Wow.
Yes, very young for an elf.
Yeah.
But she's out here working at the only temple that's really here. It's called the Shrine of Luck. It's dedicated to Tymora.
Quick question. Tymora, she would be Fae, would she?
I'm sorry?
Tymora, that's the goddess?
Tymora.
Tymora.
Are you asking that in character? Because I'd be like, let me tell you about Tymora, friend.
Oh.
She is the luckiest specialist god there ever was. Did you know she's a unicorn? Did you know that's why I have little rainbow turds that shoot out of my hands and go pew pew pew? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, who knows? It's all a crapshoot. Yeah. Sometimes you flip a coin and you just end up someplace. Sometimes you flip a coin and end up someplace else. I mean, who knows?
Yeah,
The Fae is fantastic, by the way. There is ice cream there. Ice cream. You should go. Yeah. I'm sorry, did you have a question?
I've heard things about her.
It's all
did not
good
know
things.
about the unicorn though. That is news to me. Very, very.
She's a
news
unicorn.
Indeed.
And I mean, you would need to ask Sister Gariel about her goddess.
I was about to see if I knew anything about I'm already forgetting her name.
Tymora.
Yeah. But is she Fae? I can't remember if she's like Fae or Halfling or like what category she'd fall in for a goddess.
Let me see. Because I have it pulled up right now. She's part of the Faerunian pantheon, but specifically the Halfling pantheon.
Damn, I was wondering if I was like, if that was Fae, I could have had advantage on religion check on that one. Yeah, I want to see if I could recall any other interesting info about her, but I think that covers the gamut.
Rainbow turds.
Nothing will be as interesting as that.
Basically, you can make a knowledge check if you feel so inclined, but you are right. Nothing that I say is going to be as interesting as that.
See, now, if you worship Tymora, that would change. All of your bad luck would change. She is the luckiest god there is.
Maybe I'm gonna get you some new dice.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
Yeah,
a
little bit.
You should come to temple with me. It'll be fun.
Funny enough,
We'll have ice cream.
Why don't you take Mr. Hallwinter down to the temple?
Okay, save me some stew though.
Of course.
I'll actually go with Emma as well. Been actually curious to visit the temple for some time.
And I am just so proud. I'm like, I got disciples. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm like, puffed out chest, walking down the street. Like, look at me.
If you want to join us at Stonehill Inn when you are done, I'm more than happy to buy dinner for everyone. It probably is not terribly fancy, especially if you're coming from Neverwinter, but it is hearty, good food. You know, solid stews and home baked bread.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Certainly.
Nothing beats a home-cooked meal.
Nope. It's very true. All right, so what is the division as it stands right now? We're splitting the party! Yay! Who's going where?
I'm gonna take point on the line shield delivery.
Okay.
Anybody's welcome to come with me.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm.
No, that's great.
Let's go around the table.
yeah,
Genji, what are you doing?
I actually want to hear what other folks are doing. I know what these three are doing. What are you doing?
I'm probably going straight to the inn.
Okay.
Like, I'll check in with everybody, but it's like, I'll find us accommodations. I want to make sure. And then I'm going to do, not snooping, but I do want to ask around subtly.
Subtly.
Yeah, and see if I can get some information at the inn. And just rendezvous with everybody there.
Okay.
I think I'm going to join Keaton.
Oh, God.
You were waiting on it.
I know,
You're
that's
like,
why.
Where is he
It's just
going?
Where is the more interesting place for Genji to go?
No, that's fine.
Suddenly, the angry boy doesn't seem so bad now, does he?
It's like, oh my god. But yeah, it's
So
fine.
cranky.
Yeah. He won't. He won't. No, he won't be that rude. But he will beeline it for there. He'll speak with Nox like, I'm gonna go and try and get a little more information. I'll get us accommodations for everybody after the trip to the temple, and I'll meet you there.
I'll be back there soon.
Wonderful.
I think I'll join you.
Great. So Emma is going to be taking point. You can follow her to the temple, and then we'll just kind of start walking on. You can follow.
Okay.
This is fine. But we'll kind of.
See, like,
Kind of trying to avoid it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. This is fine. This is fine. What would Fuyuko do? Okay. Yeah, no. And then just very stealthily follow after Keaton.
Love it.
Roll stealth at disadvantage.
Fine.
And roll perception.
Oh, okay, sure. Oh,
Just like see like a group of kids be like, yes,
that's cute.
Playing
That's
with-
actually really cute.
It's
a
so
ball.
cute.
Nice. At disadvantage?
Yes.
Stealth is an 8.
Okay.
Nat 20. Which that's why it's like it's
Nat
cute.
20's
It's kind of
out
cute.
now.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Just
That's cute.
and I see you looking back. I'm like, oh yeah, look, and there's no one else around.
Oh god.
Post up on the wall, just be like, yeah.
Keaton will, after the 8th time of this like awkward dance, just be like,
And it's like a block away.
yeah, I'm
Turn
just like,
back
Daryl,
each time.
just come on. Daryl, come on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, Daryl
Yeah, Daryl. And then we'll just head into the inn.
cracks through the door frame, just be like, okay, I need to tell you because like I haven't told anyone else. Like I need someone else to know that I told Emma and Venerable Master Chonks, and I think I need to tell you because you are also our boss, and then you also.
I am not the boss.
You hired me, so you are my boss, so it's okay.
He's trying so hard.
Yeah. I know you should have honorable people who speak to you and like do not lie when they are working for you. So my Okay, so my name is Genji. It's not Daryl.
Oh. Yeah, it's a 7.
Under performance.
Yeah. It's actually a 10 then if we're actually doing it. Oh.
Yes, I know. I've been a really good liar, and and I just need you to know that I'm only lying because I'm trying this adventuring thing, but it's been a lot, so I'm trying to come clean.
So rule 1 of adventuring, and he's gonna put his hand like on your shoulder. Just be like, you should keep some secrets.
Okay.
You don't need to be as full disclosure as you think you need to be.
My name is full disclosure. Should I go back to Daryl? Would that be more?
No, that's fine. I'm just
okay.
saying, but we don't know what we're walking into. You don't need to be as
Wait, is it?
animated.
Are these
with your
actually
thing.
one of those towns that like they could really mess you up? Like one of those towns? Like, do I need to be Daryl right now?
I feel like I look behind and there's like a beautiful sunset and like the grass is like moving and there's like
Beautiful
like,
evening.
a
There's
lovely
children
woman. Hello.
giggling,
Yeah.
and running past you, like spinning a hoop down and down the dirt
Okay.
streets.
Are these children not children?
This is one of the most dangerous places you'll ever come across. You should keep some secrets.
Okay.
A little bit quieter.
So, not Daryl.
You can. Do you want to be a Genji? Do you what?
Well, I am Genji. Like, that's a weird question. Of course, I want to be.
That's a weird question. Let's call you by your real name.
Okay.
That's fine. Unless, are you running from something? Okay, Daryl. You will be Daryl.
No, you can. Genji's fine. Genji is great. But secrets, you said to keep them.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Let's go see if we can find some secrets out in here.
Okay.
Let's separate inside. See what you can find out about Gundren,
Okay.
the castle, and this mine.
Okay.
Okay? And then we'll come back together when the rest of the group starts coming in, and then we'll all...
Did you also say you were going to, like, get us rooms?
Yes.
Okay, I know you said to keep some secrets, but I feel like I've been overpaying a lot because I don't have a lot left, and yet I've only stayed a few nights in a few places.
Where did you stay?
Oh gosh, it was, the Neverwinter Pearl.
Okay.
It was only
From the streets, right. Yeah.
Okay. I know you said secrets, but like, okay, not really from the streets. I mean, but kind of. I'm working on it.
All right, kid. Look. You're wearing some very fancy jewelry. You're putting on some kind of fancy scent every morning that I can smell. If you're really trying to go from the streets, you really gotta go full. You gotta commit, all right?
But it smells really
know,
bad.
yeah.
And did you see me vomit?
I did,
vomited
I did.
a lot. I don't think I haven't vomited. That was new.
Okay, well.
And now I have context for what that is, and I don't like it.
I have nope. Okay. Let's put a pin in that. And let's move on. We'll make sure that your stomach is settled.
Okay.
I'll go into my pouch, kind of rummage for a second. Do I pull out the blue cheese or do I pull out the...
It's up to you.
No, I'll pull out the nice tea. I'll pull out some, it's like a lavender flower type thing. And I'll say, here you go, take this. You just take off a little piece and put it in between your cheek and your teeth. It should help if you ever feel like throwing up again, okay?
Okay, yeah, no, I'll tuck that away for later.
All right, now let's go in.
We haven't even gone inside yet.
We
Oh my
have not
goodness.
gone inside yet. I'm gonna
It's a
open
lot
the
of
door.
prep
Like
work for going inside.
It is. I'm pushing the door open. I'm kind of like pushing him inside. I'll let it close and then just and then open it and then go in to my. It's just like okay.
So, walking into the Stonehill Inn, you see... I'll just let the players have a second with this. You see a very cozy inn. Keaton, you're familiar with this sort of establishment. It is rougher than you're used to in Neverwinter, but it is a very immediately cozy environment. There's a fire burning in a large fireplace on the far wall. And it looks like Elmina was right. It looks like pretty much everyone in town is here or coming through. Which is not a lot of people, but...
So are there still tables available for a group of 6?
There are tables available, especially if you're willing to budge a couple tables together.
Okay. Gesture to whoever looks to be behind the bar, whoever...
It's a younger human man, waves back at you with a very cheerful smile.
Okay. And then I'll just like motion 6, and then I'll kind of point
Gives you the thumbs up.
and then start pushing the tables together.
Yeah.
Can you go ahead and just settle here? I'm gonna go see about accommodations. All right?
Okay, just let me know how much you pay, because
I will.
I really need to understand how these transactions work because I'm running low.
Okay. What do you have on you currently?
8 rubies.
I mean, other than tucks away some of the jewelry in a pouch. I only have 25 gold.
I cry and pour. Oh no.
You've been paying in gold for.
Is there anything else?
Oh, okay. Pocket. Give me 1 gold. Just give me 1 gold. I'll be back with it. But
Is this enough?
We're gonna break this. Okay.
How?
You'll see. And then I'll just start walking to to the barkeep.
Okay. Down.
Evening, sir. Welcome, welcome. You're new around here. Welcome to Phandalin.
Yes. We. I was looking for accommodations. Any rooms that you have here?
Oh,
for,
yes, of course.
Six.
Yes, of course. Well, for 6 people. Yeah.
We could probably break it up. I didn't ask my companions, but I feel is Chonk sleeping inside? Okay.
I mean, depending on how you want to bunk, there are a couple beds to each room if you're comfortable doing that sort of thing. Yeah, we got 6 rooms.
Okay.
But it's up to you if you want to take all 6 of them, or if you want to break it down.
What would that run?
For all 6 rooms, for evening or 2. How long are you staying?
Just for the night. For now.
Yeah. If you can come to Phandalin, things happen, don't they? Let's say for 6 rooms, how things are going, 5 silver.
Kind of will chuckle to himself. Great. Can you break this for me and then hand the gold?
Ooh, high roller.
Oh yeah, and then we'll gesture back at cute little Genji sitting at the table.
Bites the coin. All right. Drops it in a money box, pulls out 5 silver, and hands that to you
I'll
as
bring this
change.
back. Perfect. Also, do you happen to know Gundren or of his brothers? Have they come through here recently?
Oh, goodness. Haven't seen Gundren in some time. His brothers, they were here, about a 10-day ago? Something like that. They stopped in to grab breakfast before they were heading out to wherever they're doing their super secret digging.
Okay.
Super secret.
Yeah. All right.
We all know they're working on something, and it's something that they're not sharing with people, but Phandalin's the kind of place where, as long as the red brands don't get them, rising tide lifts all.
The red burns?
Oh, red brands, those fuckers.
Rembrandts.
Sorry, forgive my language.
Oh, please, it's fine.
Yeah, it's a group of, I don't know, bandits seems too strong a word. Bullies, really, but bullies who kill people. So, that's fun. Thel, one of our local wood carvers, he did a brave, stupid thing. Stood up to them. And then he got killed and his wife and kid are gone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When was the last time they were seen around here?
Ooh, that was actually about a 10-day ago too, now that I think about it. A lot of stuff happens.
All right, well, thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course.
There will be
careful, the red brands. The red brands like to think they run the town. And I guess to an extent they do.
Any distinguishing marks on, or will I know when I see them?
Look for the grimy red cloaks.
Red cloaks.
Yep. Grimy, like they need a real good washing and beating out.
Grimy red cloaks, thank you.
Yeah.
Right, and we will be 6, so 6 meals, please, would be.
Oh yes, of course. Did you decide how many rooms you wanted? Do you want all 6, or do you want to bunk up together?
Let's go ahead and do. Can we do 3?
Yeah, of course.
We'll double up.
So the 5 will be for for several nights, and if you decide that you're not staying longer, let me know.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And he hands you 3 keys, puts them on the table, and we'll have some food over to you soon. I'm sure you can smell it. Stew's going well.
Wonderful. Snatch, head back to Genji, and explain what just went. I will be full disclosure with Genji.
Is there any old person that I have lured to my table?
Old person lured to the table?
Okay. What are you doing to lure an old person to your table?
The scent of
afraid of the
Bengay.
answer of
Just crack open stuff, diagram bomb, and walk in here.
I love that.
Just say Manny Patinkin 10 times. I don't know.
Oh.
Andy Patinkin.
Sorry. Looking around and seeing if I can catch an eye of someone who's old and just do a very deep and respectful bow to see if that will get someone to come over.
There is an older man sitting over by the fire, like a foot propped up on one of the stones, smoking a pipe, looks over at you, then looks behind him to see if you're bowing to someone else, looks back at you, inclines his head back.
Waits to see if he comes.
After a little bit, curiosity kind of takes over, and this stands up. You can almost hear the joints popping from this distance. Comes ambling over, sits down next to you. My dear boy, you got some manners for this place.
I appreciate that very much. What is your name?
Narth.
Narth. Well, my name is Genji. It's a pleasure to meet you. What do you do here, Narth?
I'm a farmer. You know, work out in the fields during the day. Well, more my boys these days. You know, weather bones and everything. But passing on the knowledge to the youngins.
Now, I really appreciate that. I do believe most of our knowledge comes from folks who are older than us, and a lot of our stories as well. I was wondering, do you have any stories that you can share?
All kinds of stories, boy. What kind of stories are you looking for?
Oh, goodness. Well, I'm just in the area, and I heard that there was this well, not wonderful, but a very, how should I put this? Despicable place that I feel like would have a lot of stories called Cragmaw Castle.
Cragmaw Castle, you say? Can't say as I've heard of it. Druid lady might know about it, though.
Oh, a druid lady. What would their name be?
I can't remember at the moment. She hardly ever comes into town, keeps to herself, but she spends time out in the ruins about 5 miles out of town.
Okay.
Out not too far from that old Knox homestead.
You're Knox. The Knox homestead.
Oh, it means something to you.
Oh, wait, we knew this.
You know this.
I do know.
Yes. It means looking over to Keaton if he's coming.
At this point, I'm assuming like, oh god.
Betting this poor old man.
Well, I'm like, it looks like he's being a prostitute at this point. So I'm just like, what is he getting into now? Some old man.
Oh no!
So I will make my way over to. Yes, I will make eyes and then start coming over to Genji. I don't even know what you're going by.
I have not introduced myself.
You did, but
No.
Okay. Oh,
Keaton, wait, are you using Keaton?
yes, that's fine.
Okay,
Hello,
Keaton,
sir.
My name is Genji.
Genji's what you said earlier, boy.
Goodness gracious, I apologize. This has been a...
Can I ask what's happening here? Friend?
doing-
And like to Narth. Like,
Keaton, we are doing a wonderful transaction.
is that what you're gonna say?
And this is the basis for the story.
Yeah.
Night Cowboy.
What are we transacting?
Are you deliberately saying it as bad as you can, just to mess with your elders, or is that just a side effect?
Oh no, it's a transaction of stories. Right now, Narth here is giving me a story, and I would then give a story to Narth.
Ah, okay.
Hello, Keaton, is it?
Narth.
Narth.
Lovely
I'm,
to make your acquaintance.
a farmer near here.
Ah, what do you work in?
Primarily wheat and that sort of thing.
Oh.
You gotta keep the grist going for the windmill.
Wonderful.
You know how it is.
Tea, myself.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Fascinating.
quite. If you'll excuse me, I do have.
Oh, certainly, sir. I don't want to intrude. We can chat later, boy, if you like.
Yes, I would love to have some of your stories later on.
Certainly. And he goes over and sits back down, just chuckling to himself.
Thank
The
you.
people here are
What are you
very
doing?
getting information.
I thought you were all right. By any means, okay. Look. Okay, well, what have you gathered? What information have you gathered?
His name is Narth.
Yes.
He is a farmer. He has some boys of his children. He has some children that work the farm more for him. And when I asked about Cragmaw Castle, he said he did not know. But maybe a druid lady 5 miles out near the Knox homestead would have information.
Yes, Nox has family out here.
What?
It was. I thought that you had mentioned that. You hadn't?
Not to him.
Sorry. I was weird. Yes. Oh, I mean, go back. There's a druid. You found out a druid woman lives.
Do you know that
This is
Nox
lingering
has
a little much. So, yes, I did, and
Okay.
we should relay this to the group.
Yes. Okay. And we'll just sit and wait.
And as they settle into the most awkward silence that has ever existed in the history of ever, we're going to go ahead and go to our break.
Yay!
So go ahead
You can
and
only vampires.
go ahead and stick with us through the break. We're going to take a quick refresh, refill our beverages, use the bathroom, and we'll be back very shortly to continue the story as they continue to awkward their way through Phandalin. We'll see you all soon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Phandelver and Below. As we were going to break, we were coming out of one of the most awkward conversations that has ever happened on this particular channel.
Awkward.
And we're going to go from there over to the Temple of Luck, the Temple of Tymora. Now, contrary to what you see here.
No, this is exactly it. In my head, this is exact. In fact, there's more rainbows and a lot more ice cream.
I really want to see the world through Emma's eyes. I feel like it's much more magical.
It's all chaos and magic.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
He's just dying.
Making sure I don't cover the
everybody can see
unicorn.
it. Oh, now you have a horn.
Oh my god. Matt, you have 3 horns coming out of your forehead right now.
Oh, God's above. All right. So it is Jonathan and Nox that are accompanying Sildar over to the temple.
Huh? What?
Yeah, I'm with Emma
Yeah.
to the temple.
Nox is on their way
Nox
to
is
the-
going to, yes, thank you. Sorry, I forgot who went in what direction. Y'all turned into chaos gremlins. Well, you are chaos gremlins and scattered. So, Emma and Jonathan, you arrive at the Shrine of Luck. Contrary to what you see here, and contrary to what Emma sees in her delightfully whimsical head, this is a well-built little building that clearly has been built from stones fallen from previous buildings that had been here. Very much a waste not, want not kind of attitude toward it. It is not very large. There is, a reasonably sized worship space in the front. And then you can see a couple little rooms in the back as you come in. And as you come in, you see that in front of the altar, a young elven woman who is just finishing up a prayer and clasping her hands into her chest as she then turns at the sound of people approaching. I'm terrified already of Emma's expression.
It's not approaching, it's whipping the door open. Hey, everybody!
I'm just standing awkwardly behind us, looking down like.
And then I proceed to bring everybody in and be like, this is the best temple ever. As you see on the left, there are unicorns. As you see on the right, there are spires. And you see down there, that's where the offerings are made, because this is the best place ever. And then I march up to Sister What's-Her-Name and be like, hi, I'm
Sister
Emma.
What's-Her-Name?
Who are you?
I'm Sister Gariel.
Yeah.
And she just kind of looks around and decides not to ask. Jonathan, you can see her visibly choosing not to ask. Like, hello, welcome to the Shrine of Luck. How may I be of assistance to you?
We need some healing for this gentleman here. I need to talk to Tymora because we haven't talked in a while. We just need to chat a little bit. I got some things to say.
Oh, are you also a cleric of Tymora?
Indeed. And then I lift up pull up my underwear. Like the little band of my undies, and I have a little unicorn stitched in there really nicely with some beads and stuff.
Wow.
How cute.
That sounds very uncomfortable.
It's totally fine.
Oh my goodness, you have holy garments even.
Of course I do.
This isn't acting anymore.
You have holy garments.
I almost said holy undergarment.
Yeah, I was
Be
gonna-
glad
yeah,
I did
yeah.
not.
You just did though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everyone was thinking it. I just
Yep.
said it. Well, welcome, sister. You are certainly welcome to make your request before the goddess.
Okay, so I just like trot my little butt over there and I pull, so I get down in kind of a weird sort of, it's not a full kneel, it's kind of like, you know, hanging with your friend. Like I'm gonna put my arm on the altar, kneel down and just be like, hey, guess what happened? And then start to spill this epic story of all the things that we did. And I popped out in the woods, and then Chunks rolled into this group, and the old guy's super crabby, but he seems to have it together sometimes, but not all the time. Then we've got this kid, Genji, who speaks Draconic, but also halfling, but also a bunch of stuff. But he thinks his name is Daryl. I don't know what's wrong with him in his head, if he thinks his name is Daryl and Genji, or if they're separate people in his head, or if it's a disease. Anyway, then there's this lovely individual who actually heals people named Nox. So I think Nox has a thing for Keaton, but I know Keaton doesn't think that, and Keaton's all about Mr. Rockseeker, and I don't know what's happening there. At some point, there's going to be something, and then there's this guy. He's a little weird looking. I don't know why he's with us all the time. He's not much of a fighter. I mean, you got to help him a little bit. He just keeps falling over, and then I pull out the shiny frog, and I'm like, and I haven't taken a breath yet, and I like polish the little eyeballs, and I'll be like, and then look what I got. I think this is the luckiest thing I've ever seen, and I think that you should have this just because of all the luck that got us to this magical unicorn cavern right here. So I'm gonna give this to you. Sildar needs some heals, and I just need some fun. And then I push that little froggy on over.
Excellent prayer.
And Gariel says, that's the
Amen.
water closet.
Gariel is having so long to do with it.
The entire time, I'm just doing that Kirk,
Yeah. I like also how she revealed everyone's secrets
Yeah.
directly to you just now too, which is great.
Well, I was telling my God, I was telling the
I love
unicorn
it.
right there.
So good.
I can't help it if you guys hear everything I say, and I have no indoor or outdoor voice.
You just have voice.
Yeah.
But as you are praying, as you are speaking
Out loud.
directly to your goddess, you do feel that warmth, like come and blanket around your shoulders, and almost like a hug. You can feel amusement in the air around you, like a friend is sitting next to you at the bar and listening to this crazy story that's going on.
I'm so happy I get up and do a little dance. I'm like, and I'm like dancing around, and I'm like, everybody!
But as you turn and you look back at the altar, the little frog starts glowing.
Fun times, little froggy friend!
And it remains a statue. I want to be very clear about that because I understand your propensity for keeping animals, but it does shift a little bit back toward you, like someone sliding it back and as a, no, you're going to need this more, and you can feel the warmth of your goddess around it.
Okay, and then I'm like, oh, I can't deny little froggy friend, and then I pick it up and just like pet it again, and I polish its little eyes, and then I kind of dance my way back to everybody and be like, what's happening? Haven't done heals yet?
So does it always get this strange in this temple?
No, very seldom actually. That was something.
Yes.
Are you all right?
Who knows?
Do you want to talk about it?
I think
Confessional's right over there.
I think she described everything quite perfectly.
Oh, I don't make a practice of listening when people are praying. It's rude.
I applaud your focus. Huh.
And while Emma has been praying, Sister Gariel has been very deliberately turning away and working to help Sildar. He still looks absolutely exhausted and 10 shades of crap have been kicked out of him. But at least he is not visibly injured anymore, and she's just pats him on the shoulders. You just need a couple of days of good rest, and then you should be fine to continue with whatever duties bring you to Phandalin.
Ooh, thank you, sister. As I dance my way back over and I put my frog back in my pocket, and then I was like, what can we leave for you? I've got some squirrel snacks. And then I just start unloading. Like, I was like, you can't have this. This is my lucky coin. But then there's like this little thing. It's like a little green, like little chunk of rock that I was like, man. And then there's like a silver pea. I'm just emptying my pockets of crap.
Actually, I mean, we do not need much up here. There is certainly a few places to go and shop. But if you'd be willing to do me a favor, that is more valuable than silver or gold to me.
Sounds like fun. What's up?
So there's a banshee.
May I do a recollection roll on this?
Do you need to?
Probably not. I don't know what you want anymore because this is chaos.
Welcome back to Quest of Chaos. Isn't it fun?
Living up to the name.
You're sitting next to the chaos part of Quest and Chaos, my guy.
That's true.
You know about banshees.
I suspect I don't, because
Let me pull up what it actually says for 5e banshees.
Okay. So tell me about this lady. I'm assuming because it's a banshee.
Yes, that is a fair assessment. Generally, it's an undead. She's an undead, and she haunts an area that is outside of town. And my superiors asked me if I would be willing to find out about a spell book that she may have had access to, and I somewhat underestimated her. And she pulls back a little bit of her robe, and you can see the gashes along her ribs. Definitely underestimated her. I came back quite wounded.
Well, did you bring her a gift?
That was my mistake. I have a gift that I can send to her now, but I didn't have it then. I didn't know. So I'm fairly sure that she will actually rip my eyes out if I go out there myself. But if you would be willing, and she, hold on.
Okay.
And she runs into the back room, and this is the first time you can really tell. This is a young elf.
Okay.
Not quite an adult even. And comes back out carrying a jeweled silver comb.
Okay.
She did speak very wistfully about all the beautiful things that she had when she was alive, and if you are willing to take this to her and ask her about the location of a spell book that belonged to a legendary mage called Bo Gentle.
I'm sorry, who?
Bo Gentle. It's all one word.
Okay. Hang on. Can you write this down? This is a lot. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah,
I'm not going to remember anything.
I'm just whittling away, scribbling away in my journal.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
So one more time, so I know this. So I'm gonna take the comb. Where is this what's the banshee's name?
Her name is Agatha.
Ooh, that's a pretty name. Agatha. So I go to see Agatha, and I knock on the door and say, "Hi, Agatha. I'm here to ask you a question." I bring gifts, and then slip the comb under the door. And then I'm supposed to ask for the location of a spell book from Bojangles.
Bo Gentle.
Bo Gentle.
But yes, all the rest of that is correct.
Got it. And it's just the location.
Anything that she may know about it, whether she knows where it is, or what happened to it, or anything really. She's been around here for quite some time.
Okay.
So she is more likely to have knowledge about the area than I do. I'm still within my first year of being here.
Okay. And where does she live again?
She lives out. She lives out in a town called Coneyberry, which is it's a little. The Triboar Trail continues through it, so the Triboar Trail continues down from Phandalin, and you just continue along that. It's been abandoned for years. No one's gotten down there. It's about 7-8 miles out.
Okay. All right. Well, that seems easy enough.
I mean, as long as you're careful and bring this, hopefully, it should be a fairly simple mission.
Okay.
And if not, then I deeply apologize. But either way, I have healing potions that I can give you in exchange for this assistance.
That might help. Not for me. I never get injured. It's these guys.
And she kind of glances over at Sildar and just nods her understanding.
Okay, so I take how many potions of heals?
You'll Yeah, I should go ahead and give them to you in
Okay.
advance because it's in payment for your efforts. So it's
Okay.
3 potions of regular healing.
Ooh. Wow.
At this level, that is almost broken.
Yep. All right. Okay, that sounds totally simple. I can do this. This is easy.
I'm just trying to recall information about how not to offend them when we go up to them.
I mean, the best thing. So they're what you know is that they're undead remnants of elves
Yeah.
who are absolutely stunning. But they failed to use their gift of beauty to bring joy to the world. So instead, they use their beauty to control and affect others. And so, because they were manipulative in life, the gods essentially bind them to this plane of existence to suffer.
That sucks. So does Sildar need to stay here for a while, or should we take him back? Like, what should I do?
It would probably be best for him to sleep in a bed.
Okay.
Probably. I know that the Stonehill Inn has some rooms available. I'm sure.
That's where dinner is.
Oh, perfect. And she looks at Sildar, and he kind of nods and then gestures at a pin that he's wearing. And she looks at it and looks up at him like, oh, all right.
Emma's like, I was like, I just pet my frog on. I'll have to tell Tymora about that later.
Seeing the curious look, Sildar kind of shrugs and says, "It's hardly a secret. I'm part of the Lord's Alliance, or one of their agents, to help bring some measure of justice to the world and protect innocent folk. But we can talk more about that later once we've all gotten some rest. I do have purposes here, but again, food and a bed sound absolutely wonderful right now."
Woohoo! Let's go! And I'm like, dee, 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 and I just march out the door. I'm like,
And just chit the whole way.
and I'm like, and then Sildar, and then that job sounds terrible. How did you get that job?
Before I go, is there like a collection plate or something at the altar?
Oh yeah.
I kind of walk up and I just take whatever silver I have left, which is 15.
Wow.
Drop it in there. I just kind of bow down. I just kind of, just quietly, I know I don't deserve help. All I need is a little strength to get through this, that's all. I just kind of bow my head respectfully.
And as you're kneeling there with your head bowed and truly asking for the help that you need, you feel a warmth over the center of your chest. And when it withdraws, you hear a little clink sound. And you look down, and there's a little pin attached now to the front of your armor.
But I probably wouldn't recognize it at all.
You recognize... Have you ever dealt with runic magic?
I am specialized in Arcana, but...
Then yes, you don't even need to roll because you have proficiency in that. You recognize this as a rune for heroism. And there's magic around it. You can feel it. It feels as if there's a spell stored in it.
Thank you. I just, for like the first time, like Jonathan actually smiles a little bit, feeling a little bit of hope, and just walks. Emma! Wait!
I'm not hard to catch.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got an injured gentleman, and I'm 25, like, at best.
Fair. You're also incredibly hyper, though.
Yeah, you're just like dancing your way down the street.
You dance faster than most people walk.
That sounds correct. And are you two making your way back over to the Stonehill Inn?
Yep.
All right, and coming back to our final member of the party, Nox, you arrive at Lion Shield Coster, and there's still a light on inside, and yeah, you can see movement inside.
Okay. I will try the door.
All right, door opens very easily.
Okay.
And from this is a excuse me. This is a trading post. You recognize it immediately as that kind of a building where there's kind of bits and baubles of everything that you might need in like bins or hanging off the wall, sitting on shelves. It is very disorganized, organized.
I'm gonna stand in the doorway because I don't want to leave the wagon alone. And just kind of open the door with one hand. Pardon me? Hello?
Hello?
Hi. I believe I have some of your supplies
Where'd you get those?
from goblins.
Oh, hell, come in.
Where would you like the wagon?
Oh, no one's gonna take it, hun.
All right. I'll step inside.
And inside you see a woman who's a little bit shorter than you, dressed actually pretty nicely. She's got a brown vest on and kind of poofy dark blue pants. But maybe a little bit fancier than you might have expected in this place, but she looks very comfortable. Light brown skin, black hair, and a little bit of a twinkle to her eyes. She looks at you. Oh, you're new about here, ain't you?
Not new to the area, but back after a long while.
Wait a minute. You the Knox blood?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Well. Fancy meeting you here. Welcome back, kiddo.
Thank you. It's been a while. Good to be here.
Well, you take after your mom.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I have the supplies in the wagon. I'm happy to help you unload. I know you're probably closing down for the night.
I stay open for that. Let's go haul these things around. Come on. And she'll come out with you and lead you around to the back of the building, where there is a large set of double doors to load things into a back storage area. And starts just hauling. All those nice clothes hide some very good muscles, it seems.
What is your name? As we're like putting stuff in.
Linen.
Linen.
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, and I don't care. Don't at me.
Spell for me.
Linene.
Okay. Very nice to meet you. Most people just call me Knox.
All right.
Yeah.
Go by the family name.
Yeah, it's somehow less complicated. I guess here it won't be.
Well, it depends on who you're talking to, because your family's known around here, but there's so many new folk around.
I noticed that.
Yeah, it's booming out here. It's turned into a regular frontier town. God's help us.
Yeah. How's the temperature? Not weather-wise. I mean, community-wise. What are the people like now?
Well, it's an odd combination, This is still the kind of place where, you see someone in a broken down wagon on the side of the road, you stop to help. But also, them fucking red brands have been making some trouble around. Oh, were they around here when you were here?
Were they around when Knox
No,
was
they
here?
weren't.
Okay. Doesn't sound familiar to me.
Oh, yeah, I guess they are fairly recent, aren't they? Some fucking bandits that have been coming in and running about the place. There's no law enforcement around here, right? Best there is Harbin. Ugh. She spits off under the road.
My sister told me something about Harbin, but I haven't heard much. Anything you can share?
He's nice enough, I guess. Just, he's timid. And this isn't the kind of place that does timid well,
Not at all.
He's very boisterous, and everyone kind of likes him, which is why he keeps getting elected.
Oh, we're electing him.
Yeah, get to that point.
That's good.
Finally getting to that point. Boy, that took a few years.
All right. So, charismatic, but as far as leadership goes, maybe not so much.
I mean, he and Holly are back and forth about who actually runs the place, because he's able to, win the hearts and minds, but she actually gets shit done.
Holly is the one with the Phandalin Miners Exchange, right?
That's the one.
All right.
Sharp as a whip, that one.
You'd think they'd work together and get some kind of militia going around here.
Well, the problem is there ain't many people around here who can actually fight, and these folks take advantage of that.
Well, I'm in town for the foreseeable future, so hopefully I can assist in some way.
Well, they are troubled, and there's a few of them, so be careful. Unless you got a group going, they tend to hang around the Sleeping Giant Tap House. So, unless you're looking for trouble, probably best to avoid there. Although they do keep a good finger on the pulse of the place, so they'll probably recognize that you're here if you're around for much longer. So be careful if you need somewhere to hide out. You're always welcome.
Thank you, ma'am. I sure do appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. Oh, also, and she steps inside and grabs a little bag that jingles. Y'all brought back something that's very valuable to me, so thank you.
Well, thank you very much.
We pay people who help us around here. We make sure that people are taken care of.
I'm glad to see that is still the attitude around these parts.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I will leave you to your evening, unless you are also headed to the tavern for dinner.
You know, I wasn't going to, but with some good company, some new blood in town, I think I just might.
Very
You
well.
don't mind me joining, y'all?
Not at all. Are you ready to close up now? I can wait for you.
Yeah, just give me a minute.
I'll step outside and let her do what she needs to do.
And you hear some of the locks falling into place. The lights go out, and she comes out, locking the big heavy door behind her, brushing off her nice pants, adjusting her hair. All right, you ready?
Indeed.
And the two of you head down to Stonehill Inn.
Very well.
So slowly, the five of you collect at Stonehill Inn. Sildar immediately goes to the front desk, is informed about the rooms, goes and says quietly to you, Keaton, I'm not particularly hungry. I think I just need to go get some sleep.
Of course.
If you want to pass one of them keys to me.
Sure. Yep, will do.
And he takes it and makes he's not limping anymore, but you can see how tired he is after all that he's been through. So he makes his way upstairs, and as everyone settles in around the table. Oh, you brought a whole posse with you, didn't you?
Well, yeah. We were helping deliver some other supplies, and it's a long story.
Is that Gundren's wagon?
Indeed it is.
I thought I recognized the crest on that. Mm-hmm. Well, hello to you all. Welcome. I run the Lion Shield Coster. It's finest trading post here in Phandalin.
This is Miss Linen.
Pleased to meet you.
This is Mr. Watashi, Mr. Jonathan, Miss Emma,
Hi there.
and Mr. Darrell.
Mr. Dale, pleasure.
Keaton will just nod to Genji and be like,
Darrow was my former name. I am Genji.
Oh, all right, Genji. Yar whoever you need to be out here.
Okay.
So, how long have you run the, shop? It's not a shop.
It's a trade. It's a
trade.
trade.
The Lion's
trade.
Shield.
The Lion's I'll never get this one down,
The
and I even
Lion's
wrote it
Shield.
down, too. The Lion Shield. How long have you run the, Lion Shield?
Oh, I've been around here for 20 odd years. Came out here as a much younger woman, barely out of being a teenager.
Oh.
But liked it here. Settled in. There wasn't really a town here then, but you know, there are folks like Knox family who occasionally need some supplies, and trading post is a place to get them. So I've been keeping busy, and things have only gotten busier since.
I don't know if this is player James making eyes at Matt, or if this is Genji
I
making
can't
eyes
tell.
at Keaton. I know. You guys are pretty similar, so. No, not in a bad way. I think it's cute. Eager.
It's like the bird-like head. It just keeps.
Do you get?
I'm
What?
sorry.
Do you
what
want? Yeah.
is occurring? I'm very confused.
Well, Genji
Mr. Keaton thought I was
Genji made
making
a
a
friend. Genji made
transaction
a friend.
of.
His name is Narth.
prostitution.
Narth is, and then I'm gonna gesture.
Yeah,
I like how we're
the
talking
guy
over
over
each
there.
other.
Barkeep, your strongest ale, please.
Yeah,
there-
all right.
Is there smoking allowed in here? I'm gonna start packing my pipe.
Oh yeah, no, help yourself.
So
No-
a friend was made.
a friend was made of Is North still in the room?
Oh yeah, he's still sitting over there chuckling to himself.
North over there.
Enjoying the theatrics.
Yeah, and just kind of wave and it's like, yeah, it's Genji made a friend, but also found some very interesting information. Why don't you let them know what you came across?
Yes. Flips through some pages. So, Narth is a farmer. He has some boys that are his sons.
Yeah, Narth and his boys. Everyone knows them.
Yes. There's a druid 5 miles out near the covers a word, a particular homestead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Radoth.
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 Reidoth, if you want to get it down for your stories.
Cute.
And yes, Nox, you know exactly who that is.
I do.
No particular relation to anyone.
Oh, I know.
Here.
I know Rado.
Okay, they know Radoth, but that homestead belongs to no one
Ooh.
but them.
Nox, can we go to your house tomorrow?
Why are we staying in an inn if you have a house?
Because it's a ways away, and it's a. How far did they say?
5 miles.
Hoo-wee! Not the old fool, you're bad at directions.
It's a while. And it's dark. And my sister left a couple months ago, so.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit of a mess in there. Squirrels, at least.
Yeah.
Squirrel.
Oh, I need some squirrels.
Well, got some good squirreling on the property.
Would Nox have mentioned this to Keaton? I don't think you have, right? I know that you are coming out here for the purpose of with the wedding and stuff, but you wouldn't have mentioned.
Well,
like,
she's
details or
gone.
anything. Right.
So.
You're just claiming it now.
Yeah.
Right.
Someone needs to live there.
So you did kind of mention.
Yeah, I did say
okay,
that,
Cool,
yeah.
cool. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Cool,
So
if I did
Radoth has some information for us? Is that what Mr. Narth was saying?
Oh, yes, may know about Cragmaw Castle.
Oh, she's very familiar with the woods, so that makes sense.
Ooh, and then maybe I could ask her where this lady Agatha lives. Where's Connor? I can't. I look at his notebook.
Connie Berry.
That's it.
Do I recognize that name?
Oh yeah. That is a town that is probably 9 to 10 miles down Tribor Trail. It is, another wagon day's journey down, or would have been. It's been abandoned for a very long time, and no one has come back in there. And make me a history check, please. And make it with advantage because of specifically what you're thinking about.
Mm-hmm. That is 19, so that's 18.
You know the stories about Agatha the Banshee. Your family had worked out kind of a deal in a way because y'all knew that you couldn't cover every square inch of the place, and as long as people treated Agatha with respect, she didn't claw their eyes out. She's somewhat of a newer banshee as far as, elves. Mm-hmm. So newer. Mm-hmm. Not gone fully mad yet, but can be reasoned with, potentially.
And why are we talking about Agatha?
So should I start with the unicorns?
Start wherever it makes you comfortable, hon.
Okay, so we went in to get Sildar some heals, and honestly, Tymora's temple is amazing. It is outstanding. There are spires of silver and gold, and there are beautiful unicorn statues, and there's different levels as well. So you go up some stairs, and then there's a little confessional area where we had a fantastic chat, and there's also a pool with just a little bit of water that you can drop coins in.
I feel like all of us look out the window to see the dilapidated hut. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
It's not dilapidated, but it's much smaller than is described.
Who was telling you about Agatha?
Sister, hang on,
Gariel.
Gariel, thank you. Sister Gariel, so she asked me I don't remember how this all happened, but anyway, she asked me to give this thing to Agatha, and I said, of course I would.
She wants you
Agatha,
to give something to
yes.
It's a silver comb.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, do you think she'd like it? I mean, it is kind of pretty, and I pull it out, and I'm just like,
Maybe don't put it in your hair.
okay. Well, I understand. It's kind of gross to get used items. Yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, banshees are especially picky about everything.
Maybe I should shine it.
Wait, Agatha is a banshee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. We just kind of... Agatha does her own thing, and as long as no one's rude or demanding or terrible, she generally leaves people alone. When she gets to going more mad, then we'll have to deal with it, but she's all right for now.
Huh.
I just look at Keaton when when she says more, or when Nox says no more mad.
Grumble, grumble.
Anyway, so I have to stop there.
Okay, well, is that... Okay, what direction would that be in? Is that toward my house? Is that...
Kind of. I mean,
On the way?
It's along the Tribord Trail.
Okay.
And everything that kind of is important is along the Tribord Trail as far as like cities and not cities, but settlements go. You know where the cutoff is from Tribord Trail to the homestead, and it's, you know, another 20 miles past there.
Okay.
So not quite all the way to, so it's Agatha, your place, and then this ruined temple, or this ruined area that you don't know about yet.
Cool, great. That's what I thought.
Sorry.
That's okay. Well, I think our focus for now should be retrieving Mr. Rockseeker. But we can definitely take a visit to Agatha if that's what you need to do.
Yeah, we should definitely swing by.
Probably not a great idea, but okay.
The cleric kind of hired us for the service.
Oh yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that. Thank you for writing all that down, because I told you I would have forgot all about it.
Yeah, they gave us some health potions.
Oh yeah, that's right. I got those too. I forgot to tell you about that.
Were we hired? Keaton says.
They didn't give a time limit. Just saying, you know, when we can do it.
Were we hired as a group, or were you two hired?
Well, honestly, sir, with your attitude,
I'm just asking a question.
I feel the best chances of survival are right here.
You two? Okay.
What does she want with Agatha? I'm sorry, this is just highly unusual.
Oh wait, there. Hang on. You wrote it down. Let me see your book again.
Basically, she
There's something about a book,
yes,
a spell book.
spare book, Bogentle.
Interest peaked.
Yes, the wizard.
He's like, oh. Well, man, you know what? Maybe we can all go together. Charlie Day.
Does that ring a bell? Bogentle?
I mean, you've heard the stories. Legendary mage.
Okay.
No idea how accurate they are, because legends do that.
Are they of a local legend or of a greater legend?
Let me look. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah. So she talked about spellbook and Bogentle.
Yeah.
Is it a place? It's the location of a what?
So Bogentle, long story short, we are presenting a gift to her, and she can provide a spell book to us to give to the cleric, and she might be able to give us more information about things going on.
Oh.
And she knows about this spell book. How? This is just...
Because she tried to make a deal without the proper gift, and
Oh, God.
yeah.
And I'm like, comb.
All right.
It'll be fine. We just we knock on the door and be like, "Hi, Agatha. We're here to see you, and we want to give you a comb. And if you really like the comb, it would be really great if you could like tell me about a spell book, and then you need to read the words in the book so that I know what I'm talking about."
I don't know about you two, but I'll be going along on that if you don't mind.
Well, it sounds like this spell book is quite intriguing to me. That was not mentioned before.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're a wizard. Spellbooks are just always kind of a thing.
So, yeah, that reminds me. So, local legend or wider legend?
Bit of a wider legend, but
we have knowledge.
But long enough ago that details are hard to pin down.
I would say, given we're probably both trained in Arcana, would we have any deeper knowledge of it?
I might not because I'm still relatively new to these.
Please, this area.
Does
But I don't know
Tales
about
of Bo Gentle make it across the sea?
Yeah, exactly. To the far
Let's find
east.
out.
Yeah. Oh, are we all rolling just for fun?
Everyone who would like to, go
Yay.
ahead and roll me an Arcana check. Why not?
No.
17. That's the
11.
Okay. This is someone who lived about 2,000 years ago. Very long time ago. You know that he came from humble roots. That his father was a fisherman in Silvery Moon.
Oh, totally. That's probably why. No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, okay.
But he began study of magic very young, and then began gaining attention of the high mages. Was generally considered to be a very kind, gentle, quiet person.
Oh, relatable. Relatable content.
You know, except for the part when, you know, he killed a black dragon with the magic pulled from the worm's own den. You know, little things like that. Legendary mage.
Love it. Well, I too would accompany, but I really do think that for me, I would like to find out what happened to Gundren first, so I think that we should go see this druid that you know of near the homestead. And also, I don't know, we were told, Lenin, we were told by friend Narth over here about the red brands. Have you heard of them? Red
Oh,
brands?
them fuckers.
That seems to be the going attitude.
Yeah. They've been causing a lot of trouble around here. Don't know if you heard about the young man who died about a 10-day ago.
We did hear. I don't know if our friends here had heard that though.
Yeah, Red Brand's kid was a little bit too eager to stand up to. He wanted to stand up to them, which good for him. Cost him his life. His wife and kid are missing.
Where, when, how long? We were told 10 days ago?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is relatively recent.
very recent.
Are they still in town?
Oh yeah, no, they think they run the fucking place.
And there's no protection for the town to speak of, so they basically do.
And if we happen to run into them, where would they most likely be?
Well, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice before I tell you that. Y'all look like you need to get at least one good night's sleep before you deal with them. Cause
And Nox looks like shit.
y'all look like you've already taken a beating
I'm tired.
today, possibly.
I'm
and
fine.
You know what? I can absolutely imagine you just ducking and dodging under everything going on.
Well, we definitely will retire momentarily, but I do want to. I agree with Jonathan. I'm curious where they are.
Yeah, there's another watering hole. Sketchy ass place. It's called the Sleeping Giant.
Where is that on our map?
You have a map.
We do. Can you please point it out on the map for us?
Yeah, sure.
Where do the bad men?
Where do the bad men live?
Yeah.
Please
So-
put on the map.
Yeah, where the bad men hurt you. Yeah, exactly.
Those are clearly night vision colors. This is where most of us are human. We don't have that.
Right. Place you're looking for? That one. Sorry.
No, it's
Don't,
alright.
no apologies.
Gotcha.
Okay, and we're right here.
Yep.
Ain't
Two
far,
doors down.
ain't far from here. The honestly, word of a bunch of strangers coming in with a wagon full of recovered goods is probably going to get some attention. So if you don't go looking for them, they might come looking for you. Word of warning.
I think I need a drink. Would
yes.
anybody like a drink?
Please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, there are.
Do you want to?
Would you like a drink?
I don't know if they would have it here. But I will take whatever is of the local flavor.
Goblin, 6 ales.
Ale, okay.
Is your face okay?
Did you want something else?
No, no ale for me. But Genji here will have mine.
Ah, Hazen. Got it.
Oh no. You know what? He has to learn.
And a few minutes later, a young man actually comes over because Toblin's looking real busy, but behind the counter comes over holding 6 flagons of ale. He looks like he's maybe 11, 12 years old. Pretty young to be working in this kind of place. Sets it down on the table, but he looks very professional as he slides mugs to everyone. All right, well, anything else for y'all?
Food, please.
We had some
yes,
coming.
absolutely.
I had checked in for it. With that.
Sorry, Dad said that you had done that, but y'all look real
Oh,
serious.
appreciate it. Thank you.
I think we need to eat and talk, but thank you, young man.
Yeah, of course. And he takes off. Comes back a little bit later.
Not yet. Put some food in your belly first.
It smells a little.
I thought you
Weird.
said you grew up on the
Of the streets?
On the street.
Please, for my sake, do not drink that yet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, Emma puts one away because I'm just like, Daryl, it's the best. It's the best way. You should drink it. Not. Don't have food yet. Just
Oh
drink
God,
it. Just
the
put
chaos.
one down and then get another one.
Okay,
I
and I
promise.
have Mr. Keaton's one in front of me. Okay.
Do it.
Yeah. From the streets.
To the streets.
To the street.
To the streets. And I slam my beer.
Do you slam it as well? Again,
I try. I really try.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
How many X's was on the bottle?
None. It is a locally brewed ale.
Flat 10.
Okay. To you, this tastes very earthy. It tastes like you just bit down on a handful of garden dirt. But and your stomach definitely complains as it hits the empty stomach. But you don't throw up.
Okay.
And after a moment or two, your stomach actually does settle with the hearty ale.
And he had the little piece of lavender ready to go, just like,
Oh, we're good. Yeah, from the streets, yeah, buddy.
Where'd you pick this one up?
I do not.
From the streets. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
From.
Yeah, all right. Pull the other one. It's got bells on.
Missed that one.
I don't know if you would know this, but do you know anybody who knows anything about Cragmaw Castle? Doesn't sound familiar to me.
I'm not familiar with it.
Okay.
I mean,
Northia had
did
mentioned.
say,
You did mention a beer.
but he also lied about the miles it would take. It went from 5 miles to a while.
Yeah.
So-
Intentional.
And North is sitting over by the fireplace just chuckling.
Martha.
I love him!
So I don't know. I mean, you
I know Radoth will
Radoth,
know
yeah.
something, but I'm just wondering if we can get any information tonight that'll make us sleep a little bit easier, knowing we have something to go off of.
I'm afraid I don't know a hell of a lot. I wish I did. Sounds pretty important.
Can you think of any other places that might have a high goblin population?
Boy, goblins you're looking for. Oh, them fuckers have been harrying the roads for a while, and there's some weird ones too. I've been around here for 20 odd years, and I ain't never seen goblins like these. They have kind of glowing hands, like this green glow to them.
Glowing
Did you see
hands?
any of them?
We didn't see anything like that.
Yeah, weird ass things. Even the goblins around here seem to be scared of them.
And where did they come from?
Not a fucking clue. They just showed up one day.
That's very strange.
Yeah.
I can't pretend to know very much about goblins, but I think I know that's not natural.
Well, and when even the goblins around here seem to be scared of them. It's I don't know if it's a different faction, maybe something that's more magic touched. I don't know, but it's fucked up.
When did they start? Oh, go ahead.
Their fists glow?
Their hands glow.
Green?
Got a little bit of green in their eyes too, from what I hear. But
Oh. And otherwise they look traditionally like goblins.
like goblins, right?
Whenabouts did they show up?
Maybe a couple months ago.
Strange.
Those green eyes, that'd be a sign of a possession?
Maybe. I don't know too much about like the spirit world and shit like that. I try to deal more in like what's natural, what you can put your hands on, right? But I don't know. It could be.
Well, thank you, Lydian. I appreciate it. I think, Nox, perhaps we should visit your homestead tomorrow at some point, just to make sure everything is all right. But I would like to speak with Radoth as quickly as possible. This is for me. Maybe then.
I'm not in any rush to get back to Nox Holler. We can wait.
Okay. Then maybe we can swing by Agatha.
Sure, sounds like fun. I want to go to.
I mean, she's likely to be on the way to where Radoth likes to hang out. You know, when she hangs out in that old city.
I still want to go to Nox's house.
I think we should.
Yeah.
Visit
See where
at
Nox
some
grew up. See her bedroom.
Yeah.
We'll get there eventually. I'm not pressed about it.
All your old woodcuts on the walls. Nah, I'm teasing.
Oh, wood carving. Not my finest hour.
Gotta find out what you're bad at.
Indeed.
The boy comes back laden down with a massive tray of stew that smells absolutely incredible, and a large basket of
Free bread?
free bread.
Did they throw one extra because there's 5 people at the table or 6 people at the table, so they've thrown in a 7th one?
Yeah.
Yes, they did. Actually, it's like a full-on little loaf of bread that's cut up into slices, and there's even a little bit of butter. And he puts it up onto the table and disperses it. Where'd y'all come from? Dad said you came in today.
We're all from around, different places where it's, we wouldn't want to, if we told you where we're all from, it would take the entire night.
Oh, why?
Just an interesting makeup, that's all.
Say that one more time.
We're just an interesting, makeup concoction of people.
Yeah, you're certainly interesting, aren't you? You're one of the only other halflings I've ever seen. my buddy Carp is a halfling too.
Oh, fun!
Yeah.
Where's Carp from? Is Carp originally from here? Where's Carp's family live? What kind of halflings are they? Are they like farmer halflings?
Yeah, the farmer halflings.
Okay.
To eat.
Yeah.
Passing out bread.
Where,
Genji,
do they
Genji's
live
that
around
other-
here?
they're
Do
gonna
they
have that
live
other ale.
like on the road? Are we gonna stop by their farm? Can we get something to eat there?
They actually live real close. Oh. Y'all aren't exactly quiet, so you were talking about like the red brands?
Yeah.
Carp said he's found a secret tunnel.
Secret tunnel.
I knew something.
Damn! So where did Carp say where it goes?
He said it was a secret tunnel in the woods. He didn't say where it goes, but he did say that the red brands almost caught him. And he saw some really weird goblins hanging around, like glowing. And Lena's just looking at him like, and he didn't say anything. Why, boy? You're not an adventurer.
What's your name, kid?
I'm Pip.
Pip. You got Pip. Sorry.
And he's
Yeah, everyone says that.
Yep.
It's okay.
and he's Toblin's son.
Yes.
Jonathan's ears perk up when he at the name of Pip, because that is a name he is used to growing up.
Oh, was he called Pip as a child?
By a certain someone that he grew up with, yes.
Oh.
Does that register on your face at all?
A little bit, yeah.
Yes, everyone would like to give me an insight check.
Can I use my passive insight?
I want to use my passive.
Sure, you're all sitting around the
That's
table.
very
You're not
nice.
actively looking for something, but you notice. So,
24.
Wow.
Passive?
Jesus.
16.
Nice. 11.
Is this because I drank?
so why don't you tell them what they read from you? Yeah, with an 11, 16?
Passive is 16.
11, 16, and 20 fucking 4.
Of course, Genji's
It's
the
the
one.
beer.
Yeah.
It's the beer.
Like for a split second, like he just I kind of freeze. There's like a little smirk kind of just like creeps onto my face. I just kind of like, not quite chuckling, just like a little, almost like just an escape of air. Like just kind of getting lost in thought.
Okay. And what would someone with a 24 read from that little escape of air, do you think?
That, clearly he's thinking of someone very close to him.
Okay.
That is someone whose company he really, just enjoyed.
Okay.
I just kind of look up and just, it kind of disappears, but. Is there something on my?
Oh no, the extra ale made you do a weird face.
I told you that ale is the best, especially when you have it before you eat. That really starts the night off.
And I just chug it harder.
The food?
No, the ale, because he gave me his. I'm just like, so now I'm the one with 2. Just like, oh no!
How are you feeling, Daryl?
Oh, I thought we established I'm Genji.
Oh,
Old habits die.
sorry.
Yeah.
Genji, how are you feeling?
I feel okay now that I have some bread and some of this very delicious stew.
Yeah, do I believe that? Okay, sure.
I mean, I feel like I can answer that. It's Rich Boy trying to cover the fact this does not taste like what he expected. Am I wrong?
It's a little salty. Just, it's something new. It's something new. Trying it.
Good.
Yeah, it's a bit of an acquired taste. You'll get used to it.
Yeah. No, as my sister would say, you gotta try it at least once, and I am trying it.
At least once.
Sometimes you gotta try it twice, and it might be better on the second time.
Sometimes.
Because you're a little hungry, and sometimes second's good.
Have it with the bread. It helps sop up some of the broth, which is the salty part.
That's better. That's better.
And Pip tips you a little 2-finger salute before.
Tip.
Oh, Pip, where could we talk? Can we talk to Carp? Where is he?
Oh, he's out at his ma's farm.
Oh, okay. What's his ma's name?
We're meeting everyone in this town tonight, guys.
Dude, I'm gonna live here.
I know, I was gonna say.
Quellian Alderleaf.
Sorry,
I'm sorry, what?
Quellian Alderleaf.
That's
Which
a
is
great name.
Quelline. Alderleaf, like it sounds.
And is that
Queen Alderman?
and is
Alderon.
that this way or that way or that way?
You got a map, right?
Yep.
Let me see.
Drunk and ornery.
Way to
Genji.
throw it, Genji.
Whoa.
Genji, what are you gonna eat tomorrow?
All right. Okay. I love it. You forget that you have to live here. I have to live here, guys.
If we need to keep it away from him, just give it to me. I'll take care of it.
All
It
right.
takes a second.
Do we trust this kid?
He knows how to draw on a map.
I don't know.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Oh.
Out there. It's not far. Like he's
Oh,
really
just right out there.
He's my buddy. I see him every day.
Oh, fun.
Now, Pip, do you want to write the names of everyone that? No, just kidding. The entire map.
Not
Can
on
you
that
just?
map.
Right.
You can't read nothing on that.
I was just teasing you, Pip. Just teasing you, kid.
Thank you, Pip.
Thank you, Pip.
You're welcome. And he takes off with the tray.
Need to give Pip a tip.
God damn it.
For his Pip tip. Yeah. It's Pip tip.
Oh, I'm gonna take a few of the copper, and when Pip comes around again, just
pass
Tip,
it to
tip.
him. Just like to.
Thank you kindly, Cap.
No problem.
Did he tip his
He did. Tip
tip tap for his pip tip?
Tip his cap.
He doesn't
Tip
have
cap.
a cap, but he does tip a little salute.
Ah,
Well,
bed.
sleep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What's the rooming situation?
Well, we have 2 left. I was assuming we could double bunk, and one of us will go sleep with Sildar.
Very well.
I volunteer to go sleep with Sildar since he's already sleeping in the room. Fellow soldier, I'm gonna head up.
All right.
Oh, here are the keys. I'll hand one to Knox, one to Jonathan.
I see where the distribution of the brain cells are going.
I'm just like, yeah. Well, actually, you're probably super drunk at it, but whatever, it's fine.
Just a little buzzed.
Just a little.
It's good ale. That's
Do we
all
need
I'm
more rooms? I can get another room.
I can also sleep with Chunks outside.
Wait, we're not getting our own rooms?
Oh, I think they actually were full up. So you might have to bunk with someone. Or if Knox, if they wanted
You could sleep with Chunks outside.
Jonathan.
Yeah, I can.
Or you could sleep on the streets.
I really don't care. I just need a bed.
I can go wherever you need me to.
I'm gonna go upstairs and figure out which key this opens, and then
It has a number engraved on it that matches a plaque on one of the doors.
yeah, I'm just gonna take my food. Quick question: the loaf of bread on the table.
Uh-huh.
Are both of the ends still there?
Yes.
Is the stuff in the center gone?
Yes.
I'm gonna push them together, and then I'm gonna go upstairs.
All right.
What does that mean?
You'll have to ask them.
I love that. No, I'm just, I see it, I'll observe it, and ask in the morning.
Take my stew, take my ale, and just head up the
Trot,
stairs.
trot, trot.
Salute Tobin on the way up.
Tobin does a full hand salute. Unlike his son, who does the 2 fingers. He does a full hand.
Yeah, Pip, is there like a little place where I could scribe a message so I can get it sent out to anyone?
We don't really have much of a mail system, but if you leave it with Dad, the next person to ride out can take it out. What you looking to do?
I just need to send a little message. I can hand that to you in a quick second.
Yeah, no, of course. I'll make sure to get it to Dad. Just bits of silver to take it out.
Of course. I'm not entirely liquid right here. Does anyone have a piece of silver? We're getting paid, right? Did we get paid?
I think you're talking to, yeah, you're
who
talking
knew
to.
money are gone.
And I just now realized, I'm like, and they're gone. Great.
Wait, you need a silver?
That's what you said, right? A silver.
You have 5. I give back the change.
Oh, you gave me back.
Yeah, so you have that 5 silver broken.
Wow. Here is a silver.
Thank you. Kind. Wow, 2 of those hit way harder than I thought.
Grabs it. Here's a silver.
Okay. When you're maybe write it in the morning, unless you want to be like meow.
Good call. I'm gonna
saying.
find it. Yeah, I'm gonna go find the room now.
Okay. Yeah. I will continue to finish this delicious food.
Pace yourself.
Yeah. You're gonna go out with.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Chunks?
take my food and the last 2 scraps of bread and go outside and feed my animals.
Oh, right, your zoo in the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Your little zoo.
Yep, my little stable.
And Genji, what are you doing?
He's just gonna notice that he's all alone at the table.
And Narth. Laughing away.
And then has quietly excused herself.
Oh, okay, bye. Okay.
Have a lovely night, kid.
Good night. Does a couple of scoops, just swallows it down. Okay. Looks up. And then he's going to just get up out of his seat and make his way outside real quick.
Okay. And that, I think, is where we're going to end for the evening.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep beep. I got
Oh,
the
gosh.
corner.
Amazing.
So, thank you all so much for joining us tonight on this heavily RP episode, because, you know, we do what we can around here. Sorry, my teleprompter isn't working, so I need to go to that on my screen.
Come on, manual.
Guys, be sure to go to shop.questandchaos.com and get yourself one of these dope dice trays.
They're dope.
They're so dope.
Or a hashtag blessed t-shirt.
Yeah, look at that.
that's
so
dope.
great. So dope. We love it. We
Yeah,
love
right
it.
down there.
Right down there. Shop.questandchaos.com.
So thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We're going to continue with the story on next Monday. But until then, we have a ton of entertainment coming up this week. Tomorrow, Death House Revisited. Death House Revisited is going to be continuing tomorrow with Alondra in this chair and with everyone suddenly realizing just how deadly this house actually is.
It's called Death House. I wonder why.
I don't think they quite expected two people to go to zero instantly.
I know. It's kind of shocking how that
Stop
happens.
it.
Ain't nothing gonna happen to us. They're long lives of ours.
No idea what you're talking about. But that's going to be back here tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Pacific, again here on the Quest and Chaos YouTube channel. The Redacted Reports is currently having a dark week as we get ready for the live talkback on the 18th. So not this Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Our cell is going to be here in person, sitting around this table, talking about all of the things that happened in season 6. Yes, even that. And then we are looking at doing an Arena of the 5 E's this month at some point. Date to be determined. Keep an eye on the Guild Hall. And on Thursday, an episode of Inspiration Point is dropping, where Adam was teaching me how to use the DMG to create an event-based campaign. It was actually very interesting. As I say in our conversation, I have only broken open the DMG once, and that was to look at something very specific. There's a lot of really good resources in there. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but there's a lot of really interesting resources in there, and I look forward to digging deeper into that. Help support us this week by leaving a comment on one of your favorite videos on our YouTube. Send this link to other people if you want them to see the utter madness of the Epi crew. And consider joining our Patreon. We are going to be going here right after this to a live Q&A kind of thing. It's called the After Dark. We're going to go and chat with our patrons to talk about all of what just happened here. And that is exclusive to our patrons for some time. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit more about what goes on behind the scenes and what we talk and think about, consider joining our Patreon. You also can give inspiration cards to help break my game. But until next Monday when we return and perhaps something happens under a night sky, we'll see you all then.
No. Yeah.